today I'm speaking with Leigh McBean from RateSetter Legal Finance, Australia's most trusted legal lender, where Leigh can help clients obtain a fair outcome in their family law matter by providing responsible and affordable access to finance.
RateSetter is a finance company that relatively new finance company, about around 5 years old, and we run a platform, an investment and lending platform. So on one side, people are investing into RateSetter and earning a return, and on the other side, people are borrowing from RateSetter for a variety of purposes. We have people borrowing for car loans. We've got people borrowing for a really good initiative in renewable energy and green matters like solar panels and batteries for your home.
Okay.
It's called our renewable or our green division. It's really exciting. And then we've got people borrowing for whatever they want for their household or personal use. And then there's the function that I look after, which is the legal finance function. So people borrowing from us for the purposes of legal fees. We're dedicated for family law clients. So I should say legal fees for family law purposes. And what happens is that when someone comes in going through a divorce, they come to you or to any lawyer that they work with and say, how am I going to pay for this? How am I going to meet the costs each month of lawyers' fees? And then there might be a barrister involved if you're in court, or costs of reports to be written, valuations to be obtained, all the different costs. And then lawyers say, well, here are your options, essentially. And what we are one of those options. Along that list of options is how clients pay their fees. So lawyers talk to their clients and say, we exist. And then the clients apply online. And then we then approach the lawyer and say, we've had an application from your client, Mrs. Smith, for X dollars. And then we go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, as you know, we worked recently together on a matter, and the feedback from my client was that it was just such an easy process and that everyone is really friendly and easy to deal with, all his questions answered without any issues. So, yeah.
That's nice. That's nice to hear. And I think he was a really good example of a client who didn't want to involve in complicated or costly litigation, wasn't interested in incurring a huge amount of expense, but just needed some help to get his way through the process and pay for things along the way. And then it takes the pressure off the law firm as well. I mean, you have obviously your costs to meet and you can't defer everything to the very end. And sometimes people's matters take a long time, years in the family court process, a lot of pressure and stress on you and your other support services along the way. And so we try to help alleviate that pressure. So that's actually nice to hear that feedback. We get lots of good feedback along those lines that says, you know, you took the pressure off my shoulders. You know, it was one less thing to worry about. I didn't know how I was going to pay, or the pressure on my parents or my friends and family was becoming too much. And, you know, it was just nice to have that other option. And that's really what we want to be for you as a lawyer and for clients, is this an option, a good option to consider. So it's family law matters, of course, and it's so what we are is a line of credit, essentially. So we're providing people access to funds, whether they use it or not is a matter for them, and for how matters might settle early or they might go on for 2 years, who knows. But there is a line of credit, and they draw down upon it over time to pay for costs. And how it works is that we're a regulated lender under credit license, so we're not a litigation funder. We're not in there speculating, hoping for outcomes to occur and to, no win, no fee type arrangement. It's a line of credit, just like the banks provide, but dedicated solely to family law. We're not lending to people's incomes. Which if you went to the bank and wanted a personal loan to pay for legal fees, you'd have to be able to have an income to pay monthly repayments.
Yeah.
We solve that problem, particularly for lots of stay-at-home parents who don't have incomes.
Yeah.
How do they obtain a loan And about 70% of our borrowers, our clients, are stay-at-home parents
Yeah.
Who struggle naturally because they don't have an income at the moment or at all.
Yeah.
And so people use us, and we're lending essentially to their ultimate property settlement.
Yeah.
So it's not eligible for any family law client who's in parenting dispute only or domestic violence matters, for example. It is property settlements, people who will come into some money at some point in the future, and we lend to that future inflow of money, and they repay us at the end, just like they would pay you if you were carrying them or you were acting on a deferred basis.
Absolutely. So if they have a property together and they decide to either sell that property or transfer it from one to the other, then yes, you would then take them on, and then from the money that they receive from the sale or the transfer, they could pay off their rate setter amount.
That's well put, perfectly put. Yeah, exactly right. So people coming into some money when their divorce is finalised at some point or their separation is finalised at some point, that they use that money that they receive at that point in time to pay back the loan to us. And I should add that I'm a family lawyer too, so I think that might help your clients and also help make sure that the service we provide is relevant and helpful to you as lawyers, but also to your clients. And I think it all works really well because I understand the pressures that you go through, I understand what the clients are going through, and we try and solve those problems.
Yeah. Joint problem solving, it always is the best way when everyone's on the same page and working towards a common goal.